Dog owners know very well these animals want to be aware of everything and want to sniff everything out. What is it you brought in the bag, human? What are you doing on your laptop? Why is this postman approaching our house? This funny bulldog was no exception. Is there an empty bucket in the yard? This is the most interesting toy. The dog decided to figure out what purpose it could serve, but didn't take into account that the bucket completely obstructs his view. That's how he ended up in the pool. Good thing it wasn't a cat. Although the hero of this video didn't seem to like the water procedures either. He learned his lesson and figured out how to carry the bucket the right way. Good boy. Biologists say that pigs are extremely intelligent animals. According to some reports, their intellectual abilities are even higher than that of dogs. However, this doesn't mean that they can't find themselves in ridiculous situations. We have proof. Let's take a peek into the barn together with the farmer and immediately notice a pink tail sticking out of the feeder. We open the lid, and who do we have here? The pig that ate all the food and ended up stuck in a trap. Judging by its reaction, the animal was really worried about the situation. Most likely, it's ashamed of eating its and someone else's portions. When cats, dogs and other cute animals show their curiosity, it looks cute and hilarious, but we really don't want some fearsome predators like bears to do the same, do we? Well, some alarming news for you. These guys also have the spirit of research in them. They especially love to explore parked cars in search of some delicacy.
Hey, shoot! Hey! Shoot! Go on!
A dangerous guest got into this car in California, but it was not smart enough to get out. The local police had to sort things out then. The sheriff wasn't nice enough to open the door to the bear, but simply broke the window. In such a situation, this is the best decision. Do good things and run away. For domestic cats, the street is an unknown world full of adventures. So the octopus, of course, caught the attention of this cat. The only surprise is that the animal is not afraid of the sea creature, even though it looks like a real alien. The brave kitty even managed to bite it, but look at its reaction. It looks like raw octopus isn't the most delicious food. Fortunately for the octopus, this story happened in a harbour, and the sea creature rushed to get to the water. Poor fellow, this is the fastest it could move on land. By the way, the octopus got off pretty easy. If the cat were older, the sea creature would definitely have become its dinner. Look at how this cat handles the octopus, even though it's stuck to its face like a face hugger. So, who is the real monster here? Let's follow the author of this video as he runs as fast as he can to his car. Do you hear the horn beeping continuously? It looks like some trouble has happened. Maybe the electronics are out of order, or maybe someone went into the oncoming lane and there was a head-on collision. Or even worse, we forgot about the passenger. He lost consciousness and his head is now pressing on the steering wheel. Well, we were right to some degree. The passenger was indeed honking, but everything's fine with him. He's just tired of waiting for the owner to finish his business, so he decided to have some fun. Many pets love to watch TV, especially if you turn on a wildlife show. Some cats even try to catch birds flying on the other side of the monitor, but this is a different story. Some mysterious thing approaches the cat menacingly right in its wonderful house. Launch the attack right away. By the way, some think the cat perfectly understands what's happening on the screen. Perhaps it simply doesn't like that there are too many ads on Hulu. Inside grown-up wild cats, there's a playful kitten, ready to chase a laser beam and climb some curtains. What can we say about babies though? They behave just like ordinary kittens. Here's proof. During a wildlife movie filming, a bunch of curious cheetah cubs ran out to greet director Kim Walhutter. Are you worried their mum could be nearby? There she is. She isn't jealous at all, and doesn't think that the cubs need defending. Do you know what that face means? Oh, finally, found a way to keep them occupied for at least 15 minutes. Though you have to be careful, even with such babies, as they have a killer instinct in their blood from birth. Check out how one of the kittens is already trying to bite off Kim's toe. We will now remind car owners about the sounds that mean that you need to stop and check under the hood. Stay alert for whistling, tapping, and meowing, in the literal sense of the word. For example, the owner of this car, Kaylee Michelle, heard a loud meow coming from her car while she was driving. Turned out that all this time, a ginger cat was sitting right next to the engine.
Oh my god!
Looks like it decided to see how the car works from up close. This is not safe for animals, so the video serves as a reminder to check under the hood before driving, especially in cold weather. However, this traveller doesn't seem to be very pleased with the fact that his cozy hiding place was discovered. Close that hood now. Next, we have a cat stuck in a thing that's actually meant for games and fun activities. The reason is most likely the same as in the Winnie the Pooh story. Someone ate a bit too much. Note, judging by the indifferent expression on this face, this isn't the first time this has happened. But curiosity pushes the fatty into the trap again. What if today he'll fit right through? One thing's clear, this cat is definitely not destined to become a lion jumping through rings in a circus. Imagine yourself in the place of Judy Coover from California. When she checked her garage, she saw a circus performance from a little bear. He wasn't playing though. Out of interest, the silly animal climbed the pipe and is now afraid to go down. Is it funny? On the one hand, yes. On the other hand, the baby's mother may show up at any time. And that's exactly what happened. While Judy was videotaping the awkward animal and wondering what to do next, the garage door swung open, and a bear weighing about 500 pounds lifted it with one paw as if the door was made of cardboard. Turned out that there was nothing to be afraid of though. The predator came to help the cub out of the trap and take him back to the forest. If you've ever fed squirrels in the park, then you know. These animals only seem shy, but in fact their curiosity is stronger than fear. And if these animals are hungry, they are ready to do whatever it takes. The hero of this video wanted to know if there was still a couple of edible crumbs at the bottom of the can, but it ended up getting stuck in it. Good thing there was a human nearby, and this squirrel ate through the mesh on the window to find out what was going on with people in the apartment. If you don't put a new screen, the squirrel might as well wake you up the next morning. Hello, it's breakfast time. Got anything to eat? It seems that every animal, without exception, loves to poke its nose where it shouldn't. But what if it has a beak? Perhaps the pet won't be that curious. Well, don't even hope for it. The author of this video keeps a diamond dove at home, one of the smallest pigeon species in the world. Surely the girl also believed that there would be much less trouble taking care of a miniature bird, but you see what happened. It took the owner quite some time to discover her pet because it climbed into a decorative jar and pecked stones there. What for? Well, why not? Don't think that curiosity pushes animals only to all sorts of nonsense. Some of them, for example, are just as interested in sports events. During a baseball game in San Antonio, a very unusual visitor appeared on the field, namely a snake. Moreover, it didn't intend just to crawl by. The reptile chose a more comfortable place to watch the game. Then, one of the fans complained that it didn't pay for a ticket, and the guest was quickly caught. And this bird had a different goal. It made its way to Comerica Park during a technical break due to the rain, all in order to show the Detroit Tigers players how fast the runner should really run. Well, the goose got a bit carried away and crashed into the scoreboard, landing next to the other fans. But don't worry, the bird is perfectly fine. A playful puppy who follows you on your way home is a fairly common occurrence, but what if we replace the road with the North Sea of Scotland and the puppy with a grey seal calf? Admit it, the situation would be a bit more exciting, but this does happen. The authors of this video even managed to capture an unusual situation on camera. The curious mammal pursued the kayakers for more than a mile, all in order to jump aboard and study the people.
Come on.
At first, the rowers were afraid that the animal would knock the spare oars off or even tip the boat over and wanted the unexpected guest to leave, but then they changed their minds. Look at this little face. How could you drive such a cutie away? We want to ask you, do you have a dog? Maybe it's a Labrador. Then you know exactly how curious this breed is. Keeping a Labrador in an apartment is both rewarding and challenging. Even if you remove all the things that could draw the interest of the Labrador from the house, it'll still be up to some mischief. This dog, nicknamed Duncan for example, decided to study the sofa very thoroughly. This mischievous dog gnawed through the inner lining of the furniture and built himself a cozy soft house. Though sometimes he has some troubles with it. Duncan gets stuck in his favourite spot and can't get out without the help of the owner. Let's just sympathize with this dog because he tried his best to be a good boy. He wasn't afraid of water and an unstable floating mattress and kept chasing the ball to fulfill his duty as a dog. What a hero. But he didn't consider one thing. The mattress sailed away and the way back was cut off for the Dachshund. Fortunately, a friend came to the rescue. He just jumped down on the mattress and showed the friend that swimming is fun and pleasant. Owners of pets who like to steal food left unattended or quietly knock over flower pots off the windows will know these little mischief makers are not easily caught at the crime scene. They listen to every rustle and are ready to sneak away at any moment or pretend that nothing is happening. This golden retriever who wanted to check the treat on the table would probably do the same, but the overalls betrayed him. He got caught up the handle and he couldn't get away. Next time, take off that silly suit if you want to pull off the heist. This video wasn't supposed to have an unexpected outcome. The dogs, as usual, were having fun and chasing each other, and then the little pit bull terrier activated the madness mode. After the next lap, for some reason, he decided that they were playing hide and seek, knocked over some garbage along the way, and jumped into the bushes in search of his friend. It's so funny to watch that second dog's confusion. Hey, what's going on? Hey, I'm here. I haven't gone anywhere. Seems this breed has some kind of passion for bushes. Look how this puppy tried to repeat the same trick, but he's still too small to pull this off. Owning a BMW definitely feels great, but do you know what's even better? Having a German car with a cutie like that hiding behind the wheel. It's hard to say how he got inside and why he chose this place to rest, but he clearly enjoys it. Next time, try to sit on the leather seat and don't forget to turn on the heating. Believe us, the feeling is much more pleasant. You know this feeling when you just want to be left alone with your thoughts in a place where no one will disturb you? This dog knows it too. Perhaps it was just silly and got out onto the roof out of curiosity and now doesn't know how to get back. But we want to believe that it decided to admire the sunset and think about the future. Though everything is clear about this little fellow, its restless nature brought it to the roof. But it quickly realized that it had made a mistake and was glad to be rescued.